a great fighter.
You think he's a great fighter? But what do they think? What do you think about them comparing him to you? I mean, you're a legend, my friend.
Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting.
Oh, okay.
Why I think that is I've never seen anyone who was as big as this kid move as well as he does. For you to be that big, like 6'5", 250 pounds at only 20 years old, to move that well on your feet.
Talents are so crazy, especially at this age, okay? It is so, what is he, 20, 21? And you know, he's starting to get compared to Mike Tyson as far as his trajectory.
Is a great fighter. You think he's a great fighter? But what do they think? What do you think about the comparing him to you? I mean, you're a legend, my friend. Well, he'll be one too if he keeps fighting. Oh, okay. So why I think that is I've never seen anyone who was as big as this kid move as well as he does. For you to be that big, like 65, 250 pounds at only 20 years old, to move that well on your feet, to have talents are so crazy, especially at this age. Okay. It is. So what is he, 2021, and you know, he's starting to get compared to Mike Tyson as far as his trajectory. Mike Tyson praised Moses Itauma with powerful words highlighting how he stands apart from today's generation of fighters. Unlike many modern boxers, Itauma possesses raw hunger, unwavering focus, and the kind of determination that defines a true champion. Tyson emphasized that lasting greatness comes through consistency, discipline, and learning from losses with dignity. With these qualities, Itauma is not only already turning heads in the heavyweight division, but is also destined to rise above his peers and carve his place in history as a future legend of boxing. But if you listen, this is the thing. It has nothing to do with your loss. Depends on how you lose. You lose spectacularly, hey, they're gonna always use you. Depends on how you lose. You could lose and win at the same time. Yeah. Your stock can go up. And some people be like, oh, you undefeated. You don't know. You don't understand. It's like, no, I do understand. Yes, you do. I came out on top, but I took the risk. And I had some close ones. But I also remember my last loss and how that made me feel, which made me not want to, lose again. And I just think that given the climate of the game now with the social, like you get crucified in boxing if you lose a fight, because the people that watch boxing now don't understand boxing. They look at it from a physical perspective. I agree with that. They don't understand that at all. Yeah, man. Cuss is grooming you and prepping you. And I saw a quote from him that thing almost brought me to tears. He said, at his age, how do you stay alive? What's your motivation? He said, I'm alive because Mike gives me hope to stay alive. I have a reason with Mike here. Ariel Helwani, one of the most respected voices in combat sports media, has praised Moses Itauma for achieving what few have done at such a young age. At 20 years old, Itauma already holds recognition as one of the most promising heavyweight prospects in the world. Helwani points out that Itauma could realistically break Tyson's record of being the youngest heavyweight champion, a feat that has stood as a benchmark of youthful greatness in boxing. This is not mere hype. It is rooted in Itauma's consistent rise, his flawless performances, and his growing reputation within the sport. When veterans and analysts alike acknowledge his potential, it shows that Itauma's trajectory is not just about promise, but about genuine progress. The suggestion that he may surpass Tyson's record demonstrates how seriously the boxing world takes his talent. The boxing, but he's back. He's got his new fight is March the 1st in Bournemouth. So yeah, he's rolling the dice again. He's just had a little boy, so it took some time out. Okay. When did you start to really feel like this could be a career, that you had a special gift? How soon into that, training journey did you start to realize like, oh wow, this is what they're saying about me is different? It's after I sparred Lawrence Aioli. My trainer at the time, he messaged me saying that what you've done today was crazy, unbelievable. If you stick at it, you can be one of the greatest boxers to live heavyweight, sorry. And then I was like, okay, I'm not bad, but at this point I'm a 2-time European gold medalist, 2-time national champion, but I still didn't think I was like, what sets Moses Itauma apart from his peers is not only his youth, but also the astonishing way he moves in the ring. Analysts observing his recent performances have been quick to point out the rare combination of speed and agility he possesses. At heavyweight, fighters are usually celebrated for their power and size, not for their nimble footwork or quick reflexes. Itauma, however, breaks this mold. At just 20, he already displays fluid movements more commonly seen in lighter weight divisions. His footwork allows him to cut angles with ease, evade punches, and set up powerful counters that keep opponents off balance. The contrast between his size and his athleticism is what excites experts the most. It suggests that Itauma is not just a heavy hitter, but a complete fighter capable of outmaneuvering even seasoned heavyweights. As to why I think that is, I've never seen anyone who was as big as this kid move as well as he does. For you to be that big, like 65, 250 pounds at only 20 years old, to move that well on your feet, to have that level of speed and power. When have we ever seen that before in the history of boxing ever? In the last 30 years, even. You look at Lennox Lewis, he didn't move like that for the weight. No way. As good as he was, he didn't move like that. AJ, hell of an athlete. He didn't move like that. Tyson Fury was a good mover for a big broke. He doesn't move like that. He hasn't got that explosive speed. We're witnessing something so special here. This is the most exciting combat sports athlete, any sport, MMA, boxing, whatever you want to talk about, in the world. And he's 20 years old. It's unbelievable. And I get that a lot of people have doubted him because it's hard to believe that guys who you've respected for the last 15 years can get in a boxing ring against a 20-year-old kid and get the beaten out of them. And that emotional connection will make you want to, oh, maybe this will happen. Oh, Dillian Whyte's, he's training hard. He looks in shape. No. It doesn't matter what version of Dillian Whyte shows up. Dillian Whyte could go back through his entire career and pick any version of himself out. You're getting smoked by Moses Itauma because the level difference, it's huge. That's why I only gave him 2 rounds and I respect the Dillian Whyte. I think he is a tough guy. He has had a good career. But just look at the way Dillian Whyte moves, man. And look at the way Moses Itauma moves. This was a really easy one to predict, actually. People are comparing him to Mike Tyson. It's a hell of a compliment. The comparison made by Showbiz, the adult, reflects the magnitude of Moses Itauma's performance against Dillian Whyte. Just as skeptics once doubted Tyson before he dismantled Michael Spinks in under 2 minutes. Many wondered whether Itauma was ready to handle an opponent of Whyte's stature. The fight ended with a resounding answer. Itauma showcased devastating power, composure, and ruthlessness that immediately reminded observers of Tyson's breakthrough moment. The narrative was almost identical. A young fighter under scrutiny, silencing critics in emphatic fashion. The parallel drawn between the 2 fights underscores how its knockout victory was not just another win. It was a statement that demanded respect and changed the conversation around his career, experience bout, and stuff like that. We never see Moses in this situation. Something like that. And I responded by saying this is going to be Mike Tyson Spinks. Remember that Moses will get hit so hard the first he gonna be gun shy for the rest of the fight, like Ryan versus Rolly. Is different level. He ain't been tested. That's what they said about I remember those exact words when Iron Mike Tyson fought Michael Spinks. They said Mike Tyson never been in a ring with somebody of the caliber of Spinks. I'll never forget. So let's see. And damn it, how identical this is just mind-blowing. Check this out. Dillian Whyte looks a little big-eyed for me. He looks a little nervous for me, man. You got to make 5 rounds. You looking down and he looked like Michael Spinks, man. When comparisons to Mike Tyson first emerged around Moses Itauma, it was both flattering and burdensome. Tyson remains one of the most iconic heavyweights in history, a man who dominated his era with unmatched ferocity and youthful brilliance. Yet it has been clear, he does not wish to become the next Tyson merely. Instead, he has emphasized the importance of building his own recognition and legacy. Much like Anthony Joshua and other modern fighters who carved their own unique paths, the remark highlights his maturity. At just 20 years old, Itauma understands that true greatness is not found in imitation, but in creating a name that stands on its own. His desire to be remembered as Moses Itauma rather than a shadow of Tyson reflects a mindset that separates future champions from those who fade under the pressure of lofty comparisons. It's a really good thing, though, when people are talking about you and people are, talking about you being maybe the next youngest world heavyweight champion after Mike Tyson trying to break that record. You're 19 years of age now. Talking about your last performance, Marius Wack, big guy, strong guy, been in there, seen it, done it, boxed everyone, was expected to give you rounds. You went in there and took him apart in two, right? So them expectations are obviously going to be talked about. People are obviously going to do that and compare you with the likes of Mike Tyson. And that is a good thing. And the I think the champions feed off that sort of stuff, and that's what you do. You don't let the pressure get you, but you deliver.